Hey Sparklers, how are we doing? Today I have an amazing
Are
guest.
you I the Sparkle, or are you calling them the Sparkles? Thank you very
You're a
much.
sparkle as well, of course.
Lovely to
Of
see you.
course.
Thank you.
Everyone is a sparkle, honestly, and that's what we're spreading. I want to spread around the world, and that is part of the reason for the name. I want everyone to sparkle, everyone to shine, everyone to feel their white light, and everything like that. My guest, guys, is Phil Griggs today. If you don't know him, oh my goodness, where have you been? That's all I
Oh,
can
thank
say.
you. Thank
um,
you.
Phil, do you want to introduce yourself, lovely?
Hello. Yes, I'm Phil Griggs. I'm a medium. I've been working at this since about 1988, which means I'm old. And I've been experiencing developing this. I started off by doing a psychic development course, and the rest of it for me has been, most of it is about self-development and learning as I go along. And it's the most wonderful experience, best job in the world. And to talk about it, I can have a busy day like I had today, but sit down and talk to someone else about it. It's just, yeah, carry on, keep going, keep going.
it this is one of the things that I was really excited when we were like first talking. It was like so nice to talk to someone. So I'll explain a little bit. I've been a clairvoyant since the day I was born in 1985. I call myself
You're
clairvoyant just
still
because I have
young, far too young.
and it's like, but the last sort of like 15 years I've been helping people with attachments and sort of getting rid of negative energy and stuff like that. So to talk to someone about it that understands and has been doing it way longer than me is like professionally, I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. Please excuse me, guys, I am so excited
That's
because
lovely. It's great. It's great to see happy people, lovely people, and you're sparkling away.
that's the important thing. It's just the fact I have, hey Danny, I have about a million questions because for me, experience matters. And especially when someone's so down to earth, like I love it because I can't even express it. I'm so excited. That is so sad.
That's all right.
Because for me, like I speak to loads of people that are coming out since like um for the last 5 years and stuff like that. And I'm
I
like,
love
no.
that creaky door. How spooky is that? Are they coming in? Oh, they're all behind you.
Oh, don't. I will be evicting them. No
You'll be
spirits
out the
are
room.
allowed in
I
my
know. I
home.
know. Yes. Yeah.
I am such a nightmare. And by the way, guys, Phil is bad as me. He picks up on energies. He already knows what I'm like and who I am, which is really crazy. It shocked me because I was like, what? How do you know? I'm like, but yeah, I could say the same.
Yeah. Well, there you go. There you go. Yes. Always a good conversation. There's two of us in the room, but really there's about maybe 10, 20, 30 with all the spirits. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, because at the minute it's like they've opened up, we're coming in, and it's like,
Yeah.
no, we're not actually doing readings. Leave us alone. We are just chatting about you guys.
Let's have a good chit chat.
I'm gonna ask one of
Yes.
the I think one of the questions all of us get asked.
Yes.
What has to be your scariest moment as a medium?
I think it was when I think the scariest moment, there's been a couple of them. One where I've been doing readings for people and I've realized that the spirits coming through are not good and the person isn't good. And to get out of the environment very quickly. Get out of the environment very quickly and run and just get out there, then come away, count your blessings and clear all your aura and stuff. Which is a good thing to say actually before you go into anything in a spiritual world, doing anything spiritual. Just ask for protection around you, whether you do it through music, whether you visualize color around you, whether you're talking to your spirit guides, whether you're using chimes, anything at all. And one particular lady I know is in New York. And you see, she always sings. She always sings before she opens up. So everybody's got their own style. But that's one of the places there. I was doing a reading for a place. I thought, God, get out of this place. So the energy was so bad, and she was bad as well. bad. She's part of, and I really, and a lot of people, they said afterwards, yeah, that's not so good, not such a good place. And the interesting thing as well was, I was working at a pub doing a clairvoyant night. And it was interesting because the clairvoyant night was going sensationally. But as I was working, just outside the place was a small square of iron railings, a little small square. And it was interesting because I could say I saw them there, and I felt wherever it was not good in that inside the small square. And so local people said to me there, they said, yes, that's the evil witch who was buried. She's buried underneath there, and the iron railings are to keep her energies within. And I thought, there, I could feel something over there. I said, what's over there is not good. And they said, yes, great, you're picking it up. It's the witch who's there. And she stayed there. That's all right. I'll just make sure she stayed there. But I think the other places we go to is I've been to castles and places like this, and doing talks and things, there's demonstrations of clairvoyance before we start opening, looking for the spirits and all the paranormal activity. And it's when I was at a quite a large, actually, it was at a castle there, this particular place was, and they were using the tipping table, which, if any of you guys know what this is, great. If you don't, it's a very well balanced table. It has to be made of wood, and a certain type of wood, I believe. And the stand has to have 4 feet to the stand, so it can turn and move, especially if it's on a flat floor with no knots or granites in, then it can turn. And this table, the first time I'd seen this thing at work, which must go back to about 2012, 2013, the bloody thing came towards me. And that was scary. That was friggin' scary. And I was jumping over seats and benches trying to get out the way of this thing. And then it took a little while. Then after a while, I got to realize what was going on and how to work with it. But the energies here, as much as we have our energies here, our sense of humor down here, they have their sense of humor up there. And boy, did they having a laugh. And I was just like, whoa. Get out, exit fast. But eventually it all calmed down, and it was, in the end, it was a very lively, very funny atmosphere. But it was really was about but seeing this for the first time is like, whoa.
Yeah.
Get out of this place.
I completely agree. So we were at East Drive last week. We were at there October time, and such a massive shock come out of there. Like, I will not be returning, by the way.
Yes.
I now have to ask though, which is the spook, and it's you'll see them tricking us. They like to do it. That's their sense of humor. I have to ask, which is the spookiest castle you've been to?
There's one which is near Bedford, actually. Is near Bedford, and it's not a castle, it's a church. And it's in the grounds, which has got very, very hasn't got very good vibrations there. And I've been to there, and when you look at it, you go, this isn't good. This isn't good. It doesn't look so nice. But I think other ones I've been to, let me just think now. I've been several different places, but I've been to places in Wales. I've been to places all over the place. I'm just trying to think. There's loads of them, but a lot of them have activity. But now I got used to it. Is great spirits. Bring it on. Bring it on. And I think that's absolutely fascinating. One of the places I went to was in King's Lynn. That was interesting, and that was a bar called Red. It was a bar called Red, and went in there. I wasn't told anything about this place, because what I love to do when I work, especially in the paranormal stuff, is I don't want people to tell me what's gone on there, because then you have to work there, and then the historians, or if you get people who know the place, great, it's fantastic. And it was such an amazing place. But what I felt there, and I said to people, there is an angel of peace here. There's an angel of peace protecting the spirits, protecting the surroundings. It was such a whoa, what an experience here. The place was just full of paranormal people. I thought, this is great. And as we started work here, realized just how sad it was. It was such a sad place. The angel of peace there was protect and to keep the sadness in, because it was a lively bar today. And what it was in 1942, and the Americans were over here. There was a soldier, American airman, because it's in Kingsley, American airman and an English lady were getting married. And it was a very, very lively place. And a bomb got dropped and landed straight on it in the middle of the party. And that's it, the whole lot wiped out. And it was such a sad story. But I was really working there and picking up all this vibration and stuff and thinking, oh, it's so interesting. The other place, which is an incredible place to go at because it's layered with energy, is Castle Rising in Norfolk. Norfolk is one of the spookiest countries you can go in. And the other one, which is always hyperactive, you cannot but stop feel it, is Devon and Cornwall.
Yes,
they are amazing. And some of the places I've gone into there just by going in there thinking, whoa, energy here is crackling crazy. But I love all the pirate stuff because I was in the Navy. So I love all the pirates are coming on.
Sorry guys, I got really excited then because no one agrees with me. They're like, oh, it's Wales and Scotland, and I'm like, no, Cornwall is like riddled.
Is riddled. It's energetic. Its energy down is fantastic.
And
its history. And you go into the old mines, and some place we went to there, it's I'm trying to think the name of the place, but it's in North Cornwall, and there's two mines, and the two mine shafts, and they go down into the sea.
Granddad, come in to help us, please. Yes. My granddad, I know the name.
Yes, and it begins with Z. It's like Ziga or something like that. Xena in Cornwall, and this place here, and you're there by it, and you're feeling the energy there. And unfortunately, because mines they went diagonal, but it went so far underground. But in the 1800s, the walls collapsed and they all drowned because it was right under the sea. But it was so deep in the sea. Where they're far there because it's mining for tin and copper, which is so valuable, which still is now. But those places are interesting. But I think if I just talk about places, I even think I go into houses and I think, my God, they're here.
I'll hold my hands up here, and people find this nuts. So one of the things I actually struggle with is shopping places. So I really struggle going out to shopping places.
Great tips for that.
Attachments, isn't it nuts?
Like, yes, yes, it is, and also it's the ground that it's on as well. It's not just the building that is at that. You don't want to go attend the supermarkets; they got ghosts in them. They come around with ghost centers, but basically a lot of them are. And in the quiet moments you can. The other one is train stations at night when there's no one there, and you can hear the wind going through. And you can hear the howling and a bit of dust and wind turning in the air, and there be ghosts.
Yes.
I'm frightening myself. Anyway, no, those places. Those places they're all those places there are very good. But here's what I would say to people: loads of mediums do this, and I learned this from a medium in America again. And she has exactly the same problem. We're talking about it. We have a good debate in one of our at a course I was teaching in New York. And she said to me, she said here that one thing she does, and I've done this sometimes when I need to, is wear a baseball cap and cover up your third eye.
Oh, now that's strange, because when I was younger and I never knew why I did it, I wore constantly a baseball cap, and I never knew why. I always wore a hat, and even my nan said
maybe because you had blue hair.
No, I actually had normal color hair back then. I had my grandparents were very, very strict. I weren't allowed to dye my hair. It was like I'm going through my teen stage, a midlife crisis.
You carry on, my dear. There's a good crisis.
But yeah, they literally, my nan said it to my husband the other day. She says, oh, do you know what? That girl was always in hats when she was a teen. Yeah. And it's so strange that you bring that up. And I actually found that I saw them. I felt their energy still, but I saw them a lot less.
Yes.
Because sometimes for me, it's a struggle to see people with attachments and not walk up to them and go, "Can I help you, please?"
I avoid it. Nothing to do with me. They do with me. If they come there because they want a session, I'll do it. But one thing I've learned by going up to people, actually saying to them, by the way, you got attachment. They'll look at you saying, actually, I've got detached house. Is that what you mean? No. No, people don't like it. People don't like it. I've learned that one. But here's another trick as well. You can put a baseball cap on. The other one here is I learned this when I was working in the prison service years ago. And it's not just about working with spirits, but jails are a fantastic place with spirits. They are there. And a lot of spirits just want help. They just want help. Like we want help down here, they want help up there, want someone to listen to them. And it's a little bit like this. And one thing you could do is, when you fold your arms like this, keep one arm down and the other one across, and just put it there just above your elbow where you cover your solar plexus. So when you go into a shopping center or a place like that, just do that. It closes down your solar plexus, because that's where the energy comes in and out of. Everything that comes in and out of here, it's through here. Through your solar plexus. Here we are, hence we have the third consciousness down here. The third consciousness, yes. And the fourth one is in your hands. But people argue with me about that one, but you've got so many feelings in your hands.
I feel everything through my hands. And people call me insane for it. It's like, if I can't feel something, I'll touch it. Yeah. I know that sounds really weird, but if I can't feel the energy from it, I will touch it, because I'm like, and I'll touch it and I'll sit there and I'll pull it into me, like the energy through my hands. Yes. And that is how I heal as well. It's through my hands.
Yeah. Psychometry is a psychometry, isn't it? You're feeling the psychometry of the item. And I think that's a very powerful way of working with things. And sort of often, like, you get the psychometry. This was interesting. I had this building manager come up to me, and he was like the foreman. Yes, he was like the building foreman. He was working in the Priory Church in Dunstable in the UK. Priory Church. It's where Henry VIII got divorced from what's her face. She's one of the queens. But the Priory it was a massive place. It's now quite small. Yeah. But there were a lot of builders in there. And also running straight through there is the A5, which is the old Roman road that goes all the way from right up in Yorkshire somewhere, all the way down through to St Albans and beyond. And it was a long straight road. And
the old A10.
Yes. And so these builders were in there doing a lot of work, renovating the place. And this guy was outside talking away to the manageress of the cafe there with the place, with the church and everything, and the cafe by the side of it. And all of a sudden, all his workmen came running out, said, "We're not bloody going back in there." He said to it, "What do you want about? Get your stuff and get back to her." "No, we've just seen a Roman legion just walk through the walls and out the other side." And when you get hardy builders saying that they've seen stuff, and you speak to a lot of them, have you seen stuff? A lot of them go, they will just say, no, we did, but actually we did. Yes, we did.
Yeah, but that's the same with working places. Yeah. It's crazy. Doctors are the same. So I worked at Addenbrooke's Hospital.
Yes.
And I worked down there, and one of the doctors one day went to me, "Don't go down to level 1. Whatever you do, don't go down to level 1. And I looked at him and I went, "But I have to be able to get to certain areas in the hospital. Otherwise it'd take me longer." And then he was like, "Don't go down to level 1. Whatever you do, don't go down to level 1. He says, "Well, all right, if you go down to level 1, stay away from sections." And he named a certain sections. Yeah. So I was like, okay, that's fine. And I was like, why is he saying that? And I went down there, and literally they are like this certain section, because I'm nosy. So I'm like, why has he told me to stay away? So obviously I go.
As soon as someone tells you to stay away, you're going to do the opposite, aren't you? Of course you are. Yes.
Exactly. So I went.
Curiosity.
Yeah. And literally they are lined up down there. And I went back and I went, "How did you know?" He went, "The other day," I says, what do you mean? He says, the other day I come here to pay my rent because I work for the housing society. And I went, yeah. And he says, you were just staring behind me. I went, right. And you turned around and said to me, I'm so sorry. Didn't tell me why. You just said to me, I'm so sorry. He says, what you didn't know is 20 minutes before that, I lost a patient.
Yeah.
And I went, I know, she was stood behind you. And I
Mm-hmm.
looked at him and I went, hold on. He went, I know you've got the gift. I went, yeah, but doctors don't believe in that. He says, you'll be surprised. 95% of them do.
Yes, they're
It's the
all
same.
medically. Yes, yes. They're also they don't want to say it in a public way. No,
No.
no.
So it's the same with like builders. My husband's a builder, sort of like that was his trade when I first met him. He was like, yeah, whatever, this doesn't exist, blah, blah, blah. They all do it. It's like we've got this secret we just don't want to actually admit it exists.
Yeah, absolutely, which is and it's surprising when you start talking about things more and more and you get people relaxed in to talk about this amount of people who will open up and start to say, yes, there is stuff out there. They just do not like to admit it in a public theater, in a public area. I agree with you. Yes.
And I find this quite hard. I hold my hands up on YouTube with debunkers and stuff like that. The girls know. I find this quite hard because I'm like, they've experienced stuff, but they're in denial of experiencing stuff still. It's like they just don't. I don't know whether it's they don't want to believe or they can't believe. I'm not sure which one it is. And there is a massive difference between the two, by the way, guys.
Mm-hmm. And you also got to look at culture.
Yes.
What people are taught back in the 50s and the 60s is that it's all about it's either all about science or it's all about religion. And as soon as you start talking about the other stuff, they will go, well, religion's told us it's incorrect. Well, that's not true, because when you look at and they talk about, and I'm not going to go mad on this, but I just want to say about history. History reflects a very different, and it's history is factual. It's there is a lot about religion, which I think is lovely. My grandfather was a priest. I was actually thinking about going into the church myself when I was young, but I actually steered this way. And I think here that, and when you talk to people about stuff in those sorts of days, they're very scared of it, very scared because of what they heard in the media. You talk about the Victorian times and all the ghosty stuff that went on then. People were very scared of it. No one really knew how to handle it, do it. So when I agree with you. So when I spoke to my mum and my dad about it, my mum, because she was the daughter of my grandfather, who's the priest, she thought that this was all like the devil's work. And I said, well, hang on a minute, where are you going with this? Do I got little horns come out my head? And she couldn't understand it at all. So why I was going into this. And I said to him, Mum, I found myself, this is a job I wanted to do. Prior to this, this is, I was such a shy chap. And a shy chap because there's such a terrible stutter. I couldn't talk. And but as soon as I found this, it went. And when I've now felt here that I don't care about the debunkers, I don't care about people who don't believe in it. I respect whatever they believe and don't believe in. For me, and this is the most powerful thing, is a powerful thing in the world, powerful thing by the world apart from love, is belief. If you really believe in what you're doing, you're not going to give a hoot about the debunkers. You just go, yeah, right, move on. It's not going to touch you. It's not going to, if you believe in what you're doing in any essence of life, that what you're doing, then it actually is a great word there, essence. I was working with a retreat last week in Belgium, and we're doing all the spiritual stuff with them. And these people were losing their egos to the world because of all the problems they've been through, and getting back into their essence as part of their journey on this retreat. And to come and talk about this and relate to why we're here and the spirits and what they're showing us. It's amazing how many people have thought so negative about their lives, the past and things like this, and where they think they're going. And you just say a few words, put it all back into alignment, and they go, Yeah. Now you lift their spirits completely. And I feel you just need to, this is this job. You're not here to go and do devil's work and rubbish. You're here, as one chap said, and he was an industry man, very much an industry man. He was married to one of the people on the retreat, and he says, I don't go to the retreats. I don't sort of believe in them at all or anything like this. And he actually said to me, he said, you are a mirror. Because I did a reading for him. He needed a bit of help. And I said, you're a mirror. I said, go on. He said, you've just reflected everything I felt, sensed, and experienced going on in my life at the moment. And you just mirrored it. And now you've just turned it into the way that I can really manage all the things going on in my life. And I said, well, what we are as mediums, as much as we channel this stuff and get it through to people, it is very much about us looking from the observer's position, where we don't, I know your emotions and I know your sensitivities and I can see all this, but I see from the spirit's perspective, I hear your grandmothers, I hear your grandfathers, and I rattle off what they're saying. And it's about putting people into their place. It's putting in their place of love, in their place of, now I can get on. Now I can debunk and get rid of the rusty nuts and bolts of thinking and put their souls into
yes.
Yes.
I love this because I talk about this so much. And one of the things I actually learned just recently within the last year and a half. So as I said to you, I can see souls. So I can see or majorly feel the soul of someone. And I see them white, grey, and black. So this will make complete sense to you. Black are your shadow men, because I don't believe in demons. So black are your shadow men. Grey are I call them your white ladies, stuff like that. And then white is people who are on there. I always thought it was people who were healed, but now I understand it's actually people that understand their soul's purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And are going forward with their soul's purpose. So for me, it's sort of like, I love what you've said there, because my belief is everything paranormal exists to a certain extent. I think some people have taken it too far. Some people haven't taken it far enough, in my opinion, in my belief system. And I think this is where I love these conversations. I think they're important, to be honest. I know you said you wouldn't say a lot on them, but I do think they're important, because what we're taught and what we're taught to believe in shapes us. And like you said, when we feel energies and stuff like that as a medium, sometimes I do struggle with that sometimes, because I look at some people who are stuck in the past and I'm like, get over it. Because of where I've been, done it, and got the t-shirt, I'm a bit of a nightmare for that, and I will admit that. I can be a bit like, not to them, because obviously we have to think about people's mental health, we have to think about the consequences of our actions, so not to them, but sometimes I can be a bit like, inside, how do I deal with this without saying just move forward?
If there's two things I'll say to that. If people want to live in their past, that's their choice. If they want the help, then that's a different thing. If they want help to stop living in the past, then great. That's where the help and support comes in. But being very careful with this, it's a very careful thing. It's not telling people what to do. It's helping them to, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about that? How do you can see things? It's a responsibility, this job, to be a professional medium. It's very much about holding people's and working out yourself. What can you tell them? What can you not tell them? And how you can express this, the sensitivity with people and understanding them, and just helping them to go forwards. And sometimes people need you as the coach, the psychic, spiritual medium coach, just to help people along, just to work with them here. It's a big thing.
That is so true. So true, because that is one of the things I hold my hands up. I do a lot of like that. People that I regularly tarot read for and give them spiritual coaching and stuff, they will say to me, I'll say, I know more about you than you know I know. And I say, this is why I'm advising you this. I won't discuss what I know because you're not ready to discuss that yet.
Be careful not to hold that over people.
Oh, Oh,
Be careful, because then they're going to be like, you're holding power over someone when you're doing that. Just be careful. I wouldn't
well, I
say it.
never considered it that way.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
Just tell them what you can see, and then say, as you go along, let's talk more. As you go along, let's talk more. It's something you grow with, and you grow with and you work with here. Is you help people in that way, that they just need to know what they need to know at that particular time. Then you help them along because of what you can see, and it's a very big eye-opening experience when you're just, what's coming up, but it's for them to get them into a place where they're ready for it, but not telling them I know what's coming. It's about expressing to them, look, just do what you're doing, keep going.
I never thought of it that way. I'm going to hold my hands up. I never, ever thought of it that way, Phil.
Yeah, take that
Oh,
one away. I would take that one away,
I
because people
am.
always think, because sometimes it's classed, although you'll think of it as a positive, they'll think of it as a negative.
I never considered it that way.
Yes, but it's light though. We all learn as we go
Thank
along. We
you.
all learn, but it's all about lovely things, and I think here it's giving that grace of light. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes. So Hev's. Oh, I can see Hev's question here.
So what is your advice for someone?
Oh, yeah. Okay, what's your advice to someone who feels their energy gets drained quickly during spiritual work? Okay, I used to experience this when I first started out, and the first thing, as I say, is don't use your own energy. The first thing I say, yours is not to use your energy. Yours is what you channel through. You ask them upstairs, they feed you. You are just the person who works here. I would say here too, with people, there's two things. Actually, there's loads of things. Sorry. There's that bit, and there's also, I'd say to you as well, it's learning more to protect yourself a lot more. Doing a lot more preparation before the spiritual work you're going into, because maybe whatever it is not enough. Maybe you need to do that a little bit more. And maybe as well here it's and see how you feel with that. Maybe it's about not just doing something for like 1 minute or 2 minutes. Maybe you need more time than that. And also, one of the things that I learned as I was going through this, I'd always have a crystal in my pocket, and that would be a little bit of a one there to keep you going. It's also, that's great when I do the evenings of clairvoyance, because when I do that, boom, out it goes. It just keeps going, and it's lovely. And I also think here as well is drink loads of water. And some people are going to want your energy because you're tuning in. They're going to want it. They're going to want it, and they're just going to take it like this, and they want it for themselves. The only thing is, they're feeding whatever their negativity is, because it sounds negative. They want your energy. It's putting good energy into bad and just makes bad worse. So, and I feel here too, when you're working like this, working with the spirits, is talking to your higher masters, that they've got to help protect you. Ask them for your protection, because but it's also the other thing I say as well. It's also, and I'm not saying here that you've only been starting doing this. Perhaps you've been doing it for a very long time, but I say here, the more experience you're going to get, the stronger you will become. And I would say here, as I'm picking up a little bit on you, a little bit, here, is I would like to say here, I feel here that ignore the negative chatter that goes on around you. Ignore it. It's not good for you. That's some of the stuff that I'm hearing. And there's a man around you who's like a bit grumpy about the stuff you sometimes do. And I'm hearing is that sometimes they just go, yeah, whatever, just chuck it to the side. I also would say here too, this is, I've got to tell you here, it's a lovely thing. You are good enough. You are good enough. And
he got you,
believe it. And when you feel you're good enough, you won't. Another thing here is as well to work with this is your conscious will just relax, because when your conscious relaxes and you're working through your subconscious and you'll bring this energy in, you are more relaxed, and therefore the energy doesn't drain. Because if this is overworking and you're working doing this, it's not working there. Yeah. Yes. I know, Phil. Thank you. Yeah. All right.
She knows it. She is one of the most beautiful girls, Phil. Honestly, it really is. And
she's a lovely soul, but a bit nutty around the edges.
Yeah. Yeah, she reminds me of me when I was younger. I will admit that to everyone. And it's sort of like, I'm like, you're rushing yourself. She rushes herself as well a lot. And I'm
Mm,
like, just step back, come
just
back a little bit.
breathe.
Yeah.
Here's a good thing to do as well. That's all right. But here's a thing as well, Hev, is breathe in, hold it for a couple of seconds, breathe in a tiny bit more. And when you breathe out very slowly. And as you breathe out very slowly, a bit like astrology, the slow moving planets has more effect when you breathe out slowly and just visualize yourself letting go of any negativity throughout your day that's been holding you back. And you're fine. Yes.
That is one of the things that I do try to teach them all is so I bring up a white bubble and I get them to blow out the black energy, surround it with white light, and just throw it away like a baseball as far as you can throw it. And they do struggle sometimes, and sometimes they message me and I'm like, you've only been doing this 6 months.
Yeah.
Like, give yourself a break. And this is the thing I think is a problem with newbies. They want to rush themselves a little bit. Whereas for us, we had to take it slow because the internet wasn't a massive thing. I started properly using my gifts in 1999. So I think for me personally, I think now the internet's a big thing. They're watching all these people doing all this magical stuff. So for them now, it's sort of like, I've got to do this too. I've got to be there too.
Ego.
Yeah.
Lose the ego.
Yeah.
Lose
Because
the ego.
it took me 12 years to be where I am now. It took me 12 years. Like, I was depressed. I was in a real bad place. And I tell them that. And I share the photos of where I had grey, white eye bits, where you could see I was proper down and stuff like that. And I think this is one of the things, we have to get past it. But once we're past it, our gifts, as you said earlier, Phil, our gifts just expand. It's like now our minds are empty and we don't have as many issues. Our gifts really do expand into something else. First, mine was clairvoyance with tarot. Like, my tarot reading's exceptional. And then it moved to I don't know how to explain it. It didn't move to healing straight away. It moved to
etheric work.
Yeah.
Etheric
Thank
work.
you.
Yes.
I couldn't think of the word. I was like,
That's
it's
all right.
not healing. And then I went into Reiki, which I don't really use. I use it, but I do more energy cleansing because I think
there's
cleansing
a lot of people
soul
out there who are so good at healing, and this is going to be such a opening year for so many people. And I think what people are going to find this year is their spiritual psychic abilities start to open rapidly. And when they start to open, because the energy, the ether, the membrane, or the ether between the spirit world and this world will become very thin, very thin. And this energy becomes more open, and it's more about the love. People are going to start talking about the heart. You're also going to see a lot about social media changing as well. So it'll be the changing from the dramas of the past into something where people want more. I want to learn how to do this. I want to know how I'm going to get there. It's not just about, oh, look at this. We're in this euphoric bubble. No. People want to know practically how to get to things. And it's very much about building on those blocks now, on those the new energies which are coming in, which people are going to grow. People are going to feel their energies. So some people, one of the ways to do it here is actually feel the heat in your hands. If you can feel the heat in your hand, put it above someone else's hand and feel their energy there without touching. And then move that hand there backwards and forwards and above that other person's hand to see if you can feel it, because the energy is just like amazing. And as you were saying there earlier about the things you went through, I tell you what, Empress, I think what's important about this is to thank the universe for everything you went through as a big, big thing of learning, not to hold this as hate or as anger or anything like this, because all that is what's helped you to become more humble in the work that we do, more humble in the way that you work with it. And I really think it's going to be a point or a place where you're going to find this energy will just and as you get older, as all of us, anybody who work this field, you'll find your energies are just going to get stronger and stronger and stronger,
Gosh,
warmer, more
how
loving.
much stronger
And
can they
isn't it
get?
lovely though? Isn't it lovely though? Because all you're going to find here when you do this job is you're going to become less interested in big houses, fast cars, holidays going abroad. It's all very nice. All very nice. If you've got the ability to afford that, that's great. What you're going to be more interested, guys, out there, as time goes on in front of you, is just this. If you're in a happy place, if your heart is happy and you've searched for this and you've been honest in your heart without losing all the I wants, I needs, and again, a little bit the ego side, but listening to your truth, you'll find a happy place is more value than anything in the world.
So it's strange you say that, because everyone says to me, what is my dream? And my dream is literally to have a piece of land where I can farm. My autistic daughter can have some horses because that is what she loves. My other daughter, who loves just running around, can have area to do that without feeling intimidated by people because she has other issues. My other daughter to have a salon because she loves hair, and to have a temple to the gods. And people sit there and they go, so I also want a retreat for, I know this sounds really sad and I know it does. I want a retreat to help poor people, to help people that can't afford our work, that can actually come somewhere and feel safe, to feel like they're not, I'm getting all teary, to feel like they're not judged for either the gifts, to what they've been through, because I think that was very hard when I was going through it, is the judgment. And as well as sort of just somewhere for people to be safe. And that's what I want, because I think in this day and age at the minute, one of the hardest things is for people to feel safe. I feel a lot of people don't feel safe. And one of the biggest parts of my healing journey was understanding that I'm safe with myself.
Okay.
Sorry, I've made you teary because I'm getting emotional. Sorry.
No. I hear your dream. I understand your dream. Can I say something? For this dream to work, because I'm talking to the spirits here, I hear them talking to me. This dream to work, you've got about 10 projects there on the go, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
Focus on one.
They've told me the same. They've told me to focus on my paranormal channel.
If you focus on that, let everything else come to you bit by bit by bit. If you focus on a whole lot, it's like getting a fish. You've got so much energy. If you put it into one line, it's very sharp, very precise, and it go on for miles and miles. If you put it too wide, it's like putting all the energy, but it gets dispersed into like a fishing net. But it'll only go so far. And you're a lovely, lovely soul. I love this because your healing abilities are just going to get stronger. One of your guides is a witch, by the way.
Helena, you've picked up on it. No one picks up on Helena.
Yeah. She's there, and I can see her there because she's working with you. And she wants to say to you here, she says, watch your ears. Watch your ears. You talk about your hearing, your ears. She's pointing out this a bit. Just watch ear infections. She's also wants to say to me here, she says here that you've got a thing about teeth. You've got to think about teeth. You're worried about teeth. And she's telling me here too. She says here that you've got some very nice journeys there in front of you. Just watch the distractors, the people who want your time to go and do other things. You're going to be very busy doing other things. It's interesting actually, because you'll move home and you'll have an outbuilding, which is going to be by the side of a property. And that's where you'll work from. And everything you need to do bit by bit by bit is how you're going to work with it. And the roof is going to be extraordinary. An extraordinary roof is very unusual Virgil Roof. You look at it and go, well, that's bizarre. I'll have that. And it's more about this outbuilding. Yes, I just see part of the outbuilding is already there. And there's places which you already got there. But I think maybe your partner or people around you are going to be the people to help with rebuild the roof. But that's your little center. That's your little center. And it'll come up. And it's in a really unusual place. It's in the middle of bloody nowhere. And you're sort of looking at this going, well, this is weird. This is strange, but it's what you want. And the place, I'll tell you what it is. It used to be owned by the council.
It possibly still is, because I'm bidding on council houses at the minute.
Yes, there used to be a council house or council grounds, whatever it was, and you'll move there and you'll do everything. You'll do things there. Yes, it's nice. Yeah. The horses, the spirit animals with you as well. The horses are with you, but you've also got a kangaroo. Oh God, when they're around. Oh dear God. It's like boing, 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 jumping from one thing to another, going, I'll do this today, that tomorrow, that today. It's like, hey, yeah. It's always like they come around because they're taking the mickey in some respects here, because all they're saying to you here is it's just can we focus on one thing? Can we focus so it's like you're bouncing around and the way you go. You'll need to sort out your kitchen. Your kitchen and all electric stuff and things like this. You're going to need to take old stuff out and new stuff has to come in. I can see it. Yes. Replacing kitchen stuff. Yeah.
This is crazy. What you don't know, Phil, we didn't speak about before. So by the way, girls, we have a real deal here. Do check out Phil's details. They're down below. So basically, no one picks up on Helena. So I am gobsmacked. I am paranoid about my teeth. It's why I wear clip-ins. I'm very paranoid because they're very brittle at the minute because I grind. So I will be honest with that. The reason why I'm so flabbergasted is because I am in the middle of trying to move. And that is my dream place, is to be in the middle of nowhere. Like, that is fantastic to hear.
You'll go to a house that the council will be surprised you want. They go, you want this place? And you go, yeah, I want this place. And they go, no one wants this. But you'll take it. It's good. There's also an old path where the railway lines, the old historic railway lines used to go by.
Oh.
I see that. And it's very interesting. And oh dear, you had a lot of learning issues when you were young.
I did.
Yes, you had a lot of learning issues, and your grandmother's here because she's talking to me, and she says to me here, she says she had a lot of learning issues and a lot of clouded stuff, and people couldn't understand what it was. You couldn't understand what it was. And you had to go and sort of find yourself. It was redefining, find yourself. It's almost like you went through a 2 to 3 year sort of gap going, I'm in a really weird place. But eventually you sort of got out of this and it was okay. And a spirit came to you on your father's side of your family. And I feel said to you, it's okay, get going.
Granny Annie. Yeah, she only left me a little while ago. She was a spirit guide. Lovely. She taught me my tarot.
Yeah, brilliant. There you
wow,
go.
Real deal here, ladies.
I feel this is about you just growing in your sweet little self. Yes. I think, guys, when you're out there and you're learning to pick up this, if you can just learn just direct and be a medium who just works direct. Sometimes, even like me, I use a crystal ball. And when I use this, people think it's crazy that I use a crystal ball. They think it's mad to use a crystal ball. But actually, when I gaze into it and I then start telling people things, they then go, that's not crazy.
Yeah.
You're not crazy. Yes. Well, actually, they do think I'm crazy because they don't understand how I know. But there you go.
Yeah. See, for me,
keep walking. Keep walking. You've got to keep walking. Keep your hips moving. Your hips aren't good. Keep wiggling them hips. Go and do dancing or yoga or something like this. Keep walking. Yes. You're worried about how far you could walk. You worry about distance. You get a little bit. I tell you what this is like here. Going too far away from home.
I feel called out. I actually do. I panic about going too far from. I feel really called out.
Yes.
I feel really called out because I do struggle badly with my hips.
Yes, it's talking about your hip, and it's about moving. And sometimes you worry, will it be all right? Will it be okay? It's very fear related. And if I look at the fears, it's the fears that other people have given you. It's nothing to do with your own. Do your own. It's well, you're born with about what, 3 or 4 fears, and the rest
Yeah.
of it you learn along the way.
My only fear that I know I was born with is the blood moon fear that I've got.
Hmm.
And that was from the Empress I was in a past life.
Okay.
But the rest of the fears are what family, friends, well, mainly family have given me. So that is completely true. This is crazy for me because
You're going to need to
I
go to. You're going to need to go to a foot specialist because you're going to need to get the right shoes for walking and keep you safe. The ones that are going to be very comfortable for your feet. The fashion ones, no, no.
that
The
is
nice
true.
ones is very much about this, and that'll help you. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. And you'll be all right. And I feel here it's all about just focusing on one thing, bring it in with the light, and don't worry about past givings, because in the past here you used to think, you were you good enough? Were you good enough for this? And well, am I right? Because of what people are saying to you. When you sometimes get so much negativity, you sometimes think you're not. And I feel here you'll grow, you'll change your fashion sense, you're going to grow, you're going to become a different person within a year. And I think here that you'll love who you become, and it will be good. You're going on a study course, by the way. You're going on a study course, you're going to learn more things. It's more of a grounding thing, and that's going to be a thing with you, is your grounding, your feet on the ground, how this feels for you. And it's people are going to see a very it's not the teacher. You won't be the teacher. It's like you're the facilitator to growth. You're the guide. It's you help people to learn along the way. It's like a teacher stands in front of people and talks down to people. This is you walking by the side with people. That's the
right.
essence of working with spiritual stuff and helping people as they grow. Yeah.
See,
You
this
you had
is
a bad accident on your face. You had did something to your face years back. Years back, it was on your face. You had a bad head injury.
I did. My daughter smacked me in the head with a golf club.
Jesus Christ,
By
what'd you do to
accident. By accident. She wasn't swinging right, so I stood behind her to try and support her and help her.
her?
And she actually, I don't know whether you can see the scar under my makeup. You
Yeah, yeah,
can
yeah, yeah,
slightly.
yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't go to hospital or anything. My nan was fuming with me over it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry guys, Tommy's talking to me at the same time going, he's got you. See, he's got you. He is like, if Tommy's another spirit guide that I have that's always there. He's I believe that he's a Scottish family member from a couple of only a few past lives back actually. And he's literally stood here going to me, he's got you. He's got you. He's
Oh,
got
it's nice.
he knows who you are. And I sat there going, come on then, Tommy, give me something on him. And he's like, nah, tough luck. Tough luck. He's like,
Oh, don't worry about that. It's all about well, don't worry about that. Don't worry. It's lovely. It's lovely to have a good old chit chat. Yeah.
It's nice for me though, and I will admit this to you, because even when I go to clairvoyant nights, it's like they know that I am a medium.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so they don't read for me. They shy away straight away. So
Oh,
for me,
yes, that's their confidence issues. It's not because of a kind thing. It's like, are they good enough for you? What do they know about you? And things like that. Yeah.
yeah, this is a thing. And it's sort of like absolutely they're all in the comments going, we know more about you now.
Yeah, they
Well,
do.
it's weird actually. So yeah, so I changed my fashion a little while ago. I'm not happy with it, and it's weird
No.
because I've just ordered loads in. Because I like the girly goth look, but I thought I was too old, and one of my daughters has convinced me that I'm not too old for it. So we've got a few items that I'm planning to get in to sort of try and see where I can suit into that area. So it's crazy actually that you've picked up on that, because I think there's only about, I think some of the girls know that I've got this plan to change my look massively because I'm not
Yes,
happy
you will do.
with
You
it.
change it, and it's not going to be what you think.
Oh,
You'll
that's
be
interesting.
you'll be very happy. You'll be very happy with what you do, and it'll be because of your body weight. You'll lose a lot of weight.
I am at the minute. I'm losing a heck of a lot of weight, and I hold my hands up. I've been panicking. I've got cancer, so I'm glad you didn't say that. I've got fear of everything. I've got fear of everything, and I will admit this. I've been called out here, girls, so badly. It's like, oh. But I do. I'm afraid of leaving my girls early, even though my dowsing's rods, my pendulum keep telling me I'm not going to pass till my 80s, and the girls are going to be fine. I always have panics about it. So I am
You're
weird,
going on for
Danny.
donkeys. What are you on about?
That's what they keep telling me. Tommy's like, every time I say it, it's like,
Okay, so can I tell you something? Ask you something. When are you going to believe that?
I know I need to, and I do know I need to. I need to stop looking at life as if it's short. I'm okay with dying, which is really weird. I'm not afraid of death, and I will admit that to anyone. But my problem is I'm looking at it as in I'm going to die tomorrow. And I do have this problem, and I'm not living life 100% to the fullest because of it. Does that make sense?
There's a lot of things going on there, aren't there? There's a lot of things. Yes, layers and layers and layers. And it's all about just breathe.
It is. It is
Breathe.
about just breathe. I am rushing myself to be number one. I'm rushing myself, and I will admit this to anyone, I'm rushing myself to progress as Empress Sparkle quicker than what everyone wants me to be. And stuff like that. It is a very, very, and I know it, but I just need to move on it. Does that make sense?
You've got a very strong guide around you. There's a very strong guide, but he's coming in, and he is coming in. He's not with you yet. He's on his way in. I'm just being told he's coming in. What you're going to grow to realize here is you don't need to look at anything about all of this. You won't need to, because the guide who's coming in is very much about discovering that what you're going to do and what you're going to be is take the lid off, open to become, go as high as you need to go, high as you want to go, just keep growing. But this guide, who's very native guy and a very native man, but he's going to be is very strong and deep voiced, and his energy around you is to get yourself into an alignment where you just grow peacefully, because you're putting everything here and way in front of you. It's a bit like okay, I'm trying to remember his name now, but the chap who invented the lighthouse and like I can't remember his name. Anyway, I will remember it in a minute. But he said he says he celebrates life. He said he was so happy to find out that he could do 10,000 things that are wrong to find the one thing that was right.
Yeah. See, I know who this is.
I know. And what I want to say to you here is you're going to find this is beautiful in front of you, because you're going to realize, why am I focusing on all these rusty nuts and bolts and things you don't even need to worry about? It's a bit like the Seven of Wands. Focus on just the one stick. Everything else is not of interest. How did you find your way into astrology? It's fascinating. Also, with it being the pink full moon. Yes, it's very much a moon of balance, isn't it? We could talk about that if you like. How long we got?
I can carry on, because I'm loving this conversation, and not just because of my reading, purely because of the fact I find astrology, I can't get my head around astrology, Phil, so I'm going to hold my hands up. I cannot get my head around it.
The best thing to go do is go to a school. And if you go to school, one of the best schools you go to is the London School of Astrology. It's run by a fantastic guy called Frank Clifford. He's one of the most praised astrologers in the world. And but I got into this when I came out of the Navy, which was back in 1988. I wanted to start to learn about this. I was in the Navy learning about this and finding out all about it. I really didn't know enough, but I just read books and books and books and books, and eventually went on different courses, got it all together, understood it all. Modernization in technology was a great thing, because then computerized star charts, astrology charts, meant that it cut out a lot of the manual stuff, but the manual stuff was exciting. You actually feel more about a person's life when you draw the chart, their ascendant and their moon, and their midheaven, everything like this. And I wanted to learn about this because people were talking about it at the time, how, and I thought it's so interesting how these, like they said, they're like scientists who they just take your date of birth, time of birth, and town of birth, and then map out your life. I thought, I want to know that. I want to know that. I want to know that. And that's what got me into it. And then working out, and then I do a lot of astrology, which are based upon my own principles and stuff and learning. Is like what you were in your past life, reason why you're here. And a lot of energy is about certain points in your chart, which are going to indicate timings of events in your life, such as solar arcs and things like this, which show timings of events that happen in your life and how magic, when you see it all and you understand why you're here, you have a greater understanding, and the relationships you attract and what it is about your karma coming down this time. It says, well, you chose it, and here they are. You chose it, and what you need to learn about this. But it's yes, it has a scientific side, but it's very much about just talking about energy. It's timing, energy, things like this. Why does something work then, but it doesn't work then? It's timing and energy, and we just need to understand what it is. And
I love this, because so I will confession, obviously I found out why I love East Asia. I spent the first 500 years of my soul's life was spent in East Asia, and I'm obsessed with East Asia. I don't deny that to anyone. I love the place. And one of the things, the reason why I love astrology is I watch their shamans, etc., because obviously shamanship is actually a religion out there, isn't it? I watch all of that, and it's amazing to me how they can actually decide on a marriage through the birth charts. Like they will check on marriages. I remember one of my friends who's a shaman, she messaged me one day and she was like, I don't know what to do with this girl. And I was like, why, what's up? And obviously in Korean. And she was like telling me all about how this girl's bad luck and stuff. And I was like, what the heck? Actually, I'll hold my hands up. She won't message me in Korean. She's messaging me in English. I'm not that good at Korean. I was trying to show off.
There's Google Translate.
And she sort of like messaged me and she was like, what do I do? She's really bad luck. And it went to that point that I actually realized, even by their birth charts, they actually class people as good luck and bad luck. And I was like, what the heck is this about? Like, how can you
actually if it's, I understand what people are saying about good luck and bad luck with astrology, but there's no bad charts. That's what I've been taught in the olden days. If you're told you've got a bad star chart, it's like, oh God, give up now. Why don't I give up now? That was the old schooling, the way people say, oh, you got a bad luck in your chart. It's not. It's just everybody's energy works in a different way. And you may well find here that, yes, someone has had a challenging life and considered bad for someone else, but they're good for this person. These two bring themselves up and out they flourish.
Yes, because this is
about another thing I want to say to you here as well, because this is out in the media at the moment. It's everybody is saying here, oh, if you're a Scorpio, you're only going to get on with a Taurian, or you're going to get on with this, that, and the other. What rubbish. It's where the moon is where your Venus is where your Mars is. They're the ones. If you're looking and find those and they relate in a chart, it doesn't matter if you're the same sign, the opposite sign of the quarter of the chart. It could mean your cardinals, and your cardinals aren't supposed to go on with each other. Yes, they do. It's just how you relate. And this moon at the moment is all about the relationships we have with people. It's the pink moon. It's called a pink moon because it's a pink flower moon, because it's the first moon of the spring. And it's about the times of just shedding, letting go of old habits, old beliefs, old patterns, things you don't need anymore, things that don't work in your life, the things you've been drumming on about and going, actually, that doesn't work, so I'll give up that. And find you're coming into something new. And when you come into something new, you can only do that if you let stuff go, to have a clear table in front of you and say, bring it in. And I think the most amazing people that I admire are the people who shove all this lot out the way, have an empty table of nothing, and say to life, I'm okay for you to bring it on. Life, bring it on. Because everybody thinks, oh, there's nothing in front of me. What am I going to do? No, you just, if you believe it's here, you know you're doing the right thing by shifting your life to a place and just believing your life's going to open up something else. And it's amazing.
I love all of that. And the reason I love that so much is for so many reasons. I've got like 20,000 different things going through my head at this precise minute. One is purely because this is something I know I'm in the middle of doing at this precise minute. My spiritual channel, I've decided to put on the back burner. I'm like, no, I'm doing too much. The paranormal is where I seem to actually flourish. So I was like, right, I'm keeping my paranormal channel. I'm bringing stock in, but I'm like, if it sells, it sells. If it don't, it don't. I've sort of got that attitude. I'm like, if it makes me money, that's good. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And I love what you've said there, because whereas before this moon, and I will admit that, I was, as you said, I was bouncing all over the place, doing this job, that job, this job. And it was really weird because it was literally today. So I'm sure Stacey and Shawnee are wetting themselves laughing at this because they're like, he read you too well. And it was literally this morning, I messaged them and I was like, I can't do this anymore. I literally messaged them this morning. I was like, look at the analytics. The paranormal channel's exploding, but the other channel's just dying. It's dying out really slow. And they were like, get rid of it, drop it. And part of me went sentimental straight away. And I'm like, I can't, it's my baby. And then part of me, it was like someone said to me, get rid. One of my guys just went, no, it's not working. People aren't ready to hear what I'm saying yet. And they've said, but leave it, even Shawnee said there, she said, but leave it there because they will be soon.
Focus on one thing.
And it was like absolutely crazy because I was just like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. And with what you've said tonight, that's why I'm smiling so much. I was like, you have just confirmed what we were talking about this morning. Literally this morning.
Clear the deck. And it's about your relationships with people and what the people who, how you can clarify better relationships with people, the people that aren't working, and how you got to sometimes I got to let this go, and when everything else is going on. But I feel that I think your show is going to do fantastically. I think here by the variation of the guests, and also the guests you need to have on, and it sounds like I'm blowing my own trumpet here, is my partner there. Her name is Judita. She's a shaman, and she studied her practice for 12 years in the jungles of Peru, in the Amazon jungle. So I'll get her to share details with you so you can do a show with her. How's that?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
She'll get you talking. She's got a lot of experience there, the things she learns about the spirits and about the plants, and she's worked very much with the trees and the plants and the plant medicine and things like that, and what she's experienced and how she, if you think here, the things, the difficulties and the challenges we go through in life, think of living in a hut, no electricity, no running water. You have to go and fish for your food, or you have to go and get it from the market, and you have to eat it on the same day or else it goes off. And your electricity initially isn't there. You have to use batteries, but then eventually solar panels in a hut in the jungle where everything is there, and do that for 12 years.
See, isn't it weird? Because I'm sure you can feel it. And it sounds weird. With all my fears, you can most probably feel that's my dream. Just to be off grid. nothing around me. That is like, oh, I would
It's
love to do that.
it takes a lot to do these things, and sometimes you've got to build up to it. You've got to think about things you can't do, that it's not going to be quite the same as you think it's going to be. For her, it wasn't. I think her life is actually extreme, and she can't understand why I went underneath the sea for like 3 to 6 months at a time on a submarine. But there you go.
I think this is it. We all live different lives, and I think that's actually a really important thing. Like, I'm a healer, but I can't heal my husband, and I feel guilty for that. I carry a lot of guilt for that. But
Well,
we've
hang on a
realised
minute.
I'm
You're
too
not supposed to. That's not your job. That's not your job.
Exactly. But I've managed to heal myself absolutely perfectly. And
Yeah,
as
you
you
can do
said,
that. Yeah.
I guide others. And that's the same for you, because you are, I have to say this, an amazing teacher. Like, so much that I've listened to today. And I listened to some of your podcast because when Hev suggested you, I was like, oh yeah, I know who he is. I was like, I watched some of his podcasts. I never comment on him or anything, but I listen to him quite a lot. Not podcasts, sorry, YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And she was like, really? And I was like, yeah. I says, he is one of them that I do look up to with what he says and stuff.
Oh, thank you.
And actually now having it personally, I'm like, shit, actually, yes. And now some of your content, I'm thinking about a couple of your videos and I'm like, they've hit different now. They have hit so different.
We all learn from one another in some way or form, and it is lovely hearing your personal way.
No, I've already put that one. I thought she asked another question. Oh, she did. Bless her.
Are we able to find places where we should live based on the charts? Yes, it's called astrocartography, and it's where the lines line up in the chart that comes from our birth chart that shows us places that we could actually live and how good they could be. Yes.
Oh wow! I need to go. Yes. I think we've found out what I'm going to be learning.
Well, it's part of astrology. It's part of the astrology program to learn how to this. Once you understand what all the planets mean and where they are, and things like this, then you can go and relate it to other things like astrocartography, and where you'll find your Venus line, your Mars line, your Jupiter line. They're all lovely lines. Mars, you've got to be a bit careful with, but your Sun line, for example, where that is. I mean, I'm quite happy in England, but where it really works well for me, and I want to go and do it, is where my Venus and Mercury line up in the south of Italy, going towards Sicily, and my partner's got a Venus line there, so we both should go down there and go and have a look. It'd be nice. Italian food, pizzas, Italian or Sicilian red wine. I'll be quite happy.
I'm also being told he knows that anyway, that he'll get on well there because of your past life. Is what Tommy says. One of your past lives there, isn't it?
Yes, Italian. It's also a bit further as well. It's out by north of India in Kazakhstan. I was a Kazakhstani. I used to have the hat and the robe there. Yeah.
That is really weird because I've got Kakistan DNA.
Kakistan? Where's Kakistan?
I didn't mean to say that. It come out so quick.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I come out so quick. It come out wrong. But I have that DNA. Oh, yeah. Oh, bless her.
Danny, hello, Danny. I need Phil to tell me what I'm meant to be doing in life because I've been so lost this last year. Yes, a lot of people have been, Danny. I totally agree with you. And I feel sorry, can you just flash it up again?
Yeah, of course, my love.
Yeah. Don't like us. Okay, right. First of all, here you've been focusing externally rather than internally. And also see a lot to do with like people, children, everything like this you've been looking after and everything like this, and it's sort of dragged you down a bit. I feel here too you went through a depression of some kind, whether it's don't want to say clinical, I want to say more about, because we're doing a YouTube show, it's more about something you went I feel you went through here. And also, isn't it your heart about where we love and where we want to be and how people sometimes have treated you? It's about seeing that tiny little bit of light in your heart. So let it grow. Come out yourself here. And I feel what you're going to be very good at, one of the things is very good with your hands. You've got to craft with your hands, whether you do massage, whether you do hair, whether you do whatever it is, but you're very good with your hands. And also here, it's not always about following everybody else. Listen to yourself. You get little dreams there. There's a very nice gentleman who's right with you. I feel him. He's just come through. A very nice gentleman here. He had glasses. He had quite big ears. And he's told me here, he says that a very soft skinned face. He looks younger than what he was, he tells me here. And I hear Peter. Hear the name Peter, and I'd like to say to you on this here, their vibration to you here is to all you got to do is don't sit still. Don't sit down and go, where am I going? What am I doing? No, go for a walk in the countryside. Get inspiration from nature, because you're going to go that way. And also here, you don't look at yourself, and you're a very attractive lady, and you don't look at yourself like this. Get yourself back into your mojo. Don't worry about relationships in the past. Don't worry about things. Oh my God, it's my fault. Is it? It's life. Come on. And I feel you're going to get on with it, and you'll do well. And also here, yes, you want to step up and see yourself earning well for yourself. And don't be afraid of money. Don't be afraid of it. Sometimes we think here, am I good enough? Isn't it old stuff we hear? And I feel for you here, just come on now. It's about growing. Give yourself a bit of a cuddle here. Surround yourself with the people who love you, and you're on your way. Yeah. Oh
Danny,
my gosh, it's in my head. Yeah.
Danny,
Danny,
just
you're
want
a
to
lovely
confirm,
lady.
I have not told him anything. So I know my
No.
tarot readings are always like that for you. I have not told him a word. I just want to confirm that. Okay. I have not told him a word about any of you. So I just want to confirm that with everyone. All right. Sorry, I just needed to say that, Phil, because I want to make sure that they know I have not done that. I'm literally like sat here going,
I'm not going on about things, but there's a maternity problem. There was a maternity problem. I'm not going to go on about it. Yes, wrong place. But I feel that and I know that. But healing is out there. Yes. I'm going to have to go in a minute.
no, that's fine, lovely.
Yeah.
We're running very late.
So that flash back down again. What was that?
That was me, lovely.
Okay. Can you tell me, if you don't mind, anything about our new home? Yes, it's the ground floor. There's a room in your ground floor, and I feel here there's a cold area. There may be a central heating problem there, but also clear that ground floor that you know is a bit cold, difficult to heat, or something about this. I feel here regarding a new home, I feel here that sing, dance, do things that bring the vibration right up and get it mad, and you'll love it. Yes, dance around naked, go and have a good time.
Oh, Phil, I love that.
Yeah, I know it's hard. Danny, I know it's hard, but you're lovely. You are lovely. And I feel here just a little twinkle of your own light. You don't need to look at everybody else's little light. It's yours. You were lost because a very nice lady passed away. You became lost because a very nice lady passed away, but she's still there around you. She's saying here, oh, see, you look at all the clothes. Now, isn't it interesting? You would like to do things with clothes. Go on then, get on with it.
I love this. I love this because it's something me and her spoke about quite a lot in private, which is why I didn't want her to tell you, her to think I've told you, because we have spoke in private about her. She's very, very good with her hands, doing crafting stuff and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She's amazing at it, and I keep saying to her, "That's where you need to go. That's where you're being told to go, sweet. Is we're working with your hands."
You're definitely good enough. You're a very clever lady, very nice lady. Yes, I know you're mad. I know you're nutty around the edges, but you're lovely.
Oh, yes, she certainly is.
I know. And isn't that part of the reason why you think you lost your mojo? It's okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Phil, I'm going to let you go, lovely, because we've gone 20 minutes over, and usually I try and keep it an hour because obviously YouTube retention. Thank you guys so much for watching. Phil's videos are down below. Phil, honestly, do you want any final words of wisdom for the girls before we go?
Go and love everything. Love life. Love yourselves. Go and don't care about anybody else. If you want to go and run up and down the main high street telling the buses they're going the wrong way, go and do it. It doesn't matter. I know people think you're bad or lovely, but Send out the big love to you guys, and the burgers, hearts, burgers. Don't forget the burgers. Yes, hearts and
Oh, I
burgers.
like that.
Hearts and burgers. And I think here for this year especially is listen to your instincts, listen to your intuition. It will not let you down. Don't get cluttered by everything else out there, wars and everything like this. No. That's a big distraction.
Yes, I always tell you guys, stay off the news. Stay away from it.
Yes. It's been lovely to see you. Yes.
And you, Phil. Thank you so much. And guys, don't forget to keep sparkling.
Yes, absolutely.